Did you know that 9% of the US population suffers from at least one personality disorder? This intriguing fact opens up a world of psychological complexity that often goes unnoticed, misunderstood, or stigmatized. Personality disorders are deeply ingrained, long-term patterns of behavior that deviate significantly from societal expectations. They often cause distress to the individual or impairment in social, occupational, or other areas of functioning. As we delve into this topic, it's important to remember that these disorders are not mere quirks or eccentricities. They are serious mental health issues that affect a significant portion of the population. In this video, we are going to explore 10 distinct personality disorders. Each one has its own unique set of symptoms, behaviors, and impacts on an individual's life. These are antisocial personality disorder, avoidant personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, dependent personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, obsessive-compulsive personality disorder, paranoid personality disorder, schizoid personality disorder, and schizotypal personality disorder. These names might sound a bit intimidating or clinical, but don't worry. As we navigate through each one, we'll break down the technical jargon and explain things in a way that's easy to understand. We'll discuss the characteristics, the potential causes, the ways it can affect a person's life, and the possible treatments for each disorder. Our journey into the world of personality disorders is not just about understanding these conditions. It's about fostering empathy, reducing stigma, and promoting mental health awareness. So, whether you're here to learn more about a condition that affects you or a loved one, or you're simply interested in understanding the human mind better, you're in the right place. The more we know about these disorders, the better equipped we are to support those living with them. Stay tuned to gain a deeper understanding of these complex conditions. The knowledge you gain here today could make a world of difference to someone tomorrow. Use our time-stamped key moments in the description below. We've broken the video down into chapters so that you can easily follow along or skip to a section that is of interest to you. Living with a personality disorder is no easy task, especially when it comes to forming and maintaining relationships. Imagine being on a roller coaster that never seems to stop, where the highs are ecstatic but the lows are terrifyingly deep. That's the daily reality for those grappling with personality disorders. At the core of these disorders lie deeply ingrained, inflexible patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that deviate from the expectations of society. These patterns are pervasive and persistent, often causing distress and problems in various aspects of life, including social, personal, and occupational spheres. One of the most significant challenges faced by individuals with personality disorders is the struggle with interpersonal relationships. Their unhealthy patterns of thinking and behaving can lead to serious issues in establishing and maintaining relationships. For instance, a person with borderline personality disorder might experience intense bouts of anger, depression, or anxiety that can last only for hours, or at most a day. These sudden shifts in feelings can lead to impulsivity and poor decision-making, often resulting in unstable relationships. Or take, for example, someone with avoidant personality disorder. They might be hypersensitive to rejection, criticism, or disapproval. This heightened sensitivity often leads them to feel inadequate and inferior, causing them to withdraw from others and avoid social situations. As a result, they may struggle with feelings of loneliness and isolation. Then there are disorders like antisocial personality disorder, where individuals might disregard or violate the rights of others, leading to conflicts and strained relationships. They may fail to consider the negative consequences of their actions or to learn from them, further complicating their relationships. Each of these disorders presents its unique set of challenges in the realm of relationships, making it difficult for individuals to lead fulfilling lives. But with understanding, support, and appropriate treatment, it is possible to manage these disorders and lead a healthier life. Keep watching to learn about the specific types of personality disorders. Let's start by delving into 5 of the personality disorders: antisocial, avoidant, borderline, dependent, and histrionic. First up, antisocial personality disorder, often shortened to APD. Imagine someone who seems charming, maybe even fun, but who struggles to consider the feelings of others. They might repeatedly break the law, lie, or act impulsively. Often they show no remorse for these actions. This lack of concern for others is a key characteristic of APD. It's important to note that not everyone with APD is a criminal or dangerous. Many simply have a tough time connecting with others on a meaningful level. Next, we have avoidant personality disorder, or AVPD. Picture someone who's extremely shy, not because they prefer solitude, but because they fear rejection and criticism. They might avoid social situations and close relationships, even though they yearn for connection. This paradoxical longing for and fear of intimacy can make life very challenging for those with AVPD. Third on our list is borderline personality disorder, often referred to as BPD. This disorder is characterized by intense emotional swings and unstable relationships. People with BPD might have a distorted self-image, struggle with impulsive behaviors, and experience intense episodes of anger, depression, or anxiety. They may also have a fear of abandonment, which can lead to frantic efforts to avoid being alone. Our fourth personality disorder is dependent personality disorder, or DPD. Individuals with DPD have a pervasive and excessive need to be taken care of, leading to clinging behavior and fear of separation. They might find it difficult to make everyday decisions without an excessive amount of advice and reassurance from others. This dependency can lead to difficulties in personal, social, and occupational functioning. Finally, we have histrionic personality disorder, also known as HPD. Imagine someone who's constantly seeking attention, often using dramatic or sexually provocative behaviors. They might be easily influenced by others, overly concerned with their physical appearance, and perceive relationships to be more intimate than they actually are. This constant desire for attention and approval can often lead to difficulties in maintaining stable relationships. Each of these disorders presents its own unique challenges, but they all share a common thread. They significantly affect how individuals perceive and relate to the world around them. This, in turn, impacts their relationships with others. Understanding these disorders is crucial because it helps us empathize with those who have them. It's not about labeling or stigmatizing people, but about recognizing that their brains work differently. With this understanding, we can better support them in leading fulfilling lives. Remember, if you or someone you know is struggling with any of these symptoms, it's important to seek help from a mental health professional. They can provide a thorough diagnosis and guide you towards effective treatments. Next, we'll explore the remaining 5 personality disorders. Continuing our journey, let's explore narcissistic, obsessive-compulsive, paranoid, schizoid, and schizotypal personality disorders. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, is often characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. But underneath this mask of extreme confidence lies a fragile self-esteem, vulnerable to the slightest criticism. Picture a person who constantly talks about their achievements, expects to be recognized as superior without commensurate achievements, and believes they're unique and only understood by, or should associate with, other special or high-status people. Next, we have obsessive-compulsive personality disorder, not to be confused with obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD. While OCD is a type of anxiety disorder, obsessive-compulsive personality disorder is a personality disorder. Wow, that was a mouthful. Individuals with this condition are preoccupied with orderliness, perfectionism, and control at the expense of flexibility, openness, and efficiency. They tend to be rigidly adherent to rules and procedures, are perfectionistic, and have an excessive devotion to productivity, often to the exclusion of personal relationships. On to paranoid personality disorder, where individuals are generally characterized by a pervasive distrust and suspiciousness of others. They interpret others' motives as malevolent, even without any evidence. This disorder can lead to hostility, an inability to collaborate, and a habit of bearing grudges. Picture someone who is always suspicious, thinks others are deceiving or exploiting them, and is reluctant to confide in others due to unwarranted fear that the information will be used against them. Now, let's talk about schizoid personality disorder. Individuals with this disorder display a pattern of detachment from social relationships and a restricted range of emotional expression. They often prefer solitary activities, lack close friends or confidants, and appear indifferent to praise or criticism. They might seem like a loner, preferring to keep to themselves and appearing emotionally cold or detached. Finally, there's schizotypal personality disorder. This is characterized by severe social anxiety, thought disorder, paranoid ideation, derealization, transient psychosis, and often unconventional beliefs. People with this disorder feel extreme discomfort in close relationships, have distorted thinking and behavior, and often have eccentric behavior. They might believe they have special or magical powers, or that insignificant events or objects have personal meaning. Understanding these disorders is crucial because they shape how individuals perceive the world and interact with others. Each of these disorders can present unique challenges, but it's important to remember that they are not the sum total of a person's identity. They are just one aspect of their complex psychological landscape. Now that we've covered all 10 personality disorders, let's revisit the key points. We've covered a lot of ground today. It's important to remember that these disorders are more than just labels or categories. They represent real and often challenging experiences that millions of people navigate every day. To be exact, 7.8% of the world's population is affected by a personality disorder, according to a 2020 study. We've explored the world of antisocial, avoidant, borderline, dependent, and histrionic personality disorders, each characterized by their own unique patterns of thought, feeling, and behavior. From the persistent disregard for others in antisocial personality disorder to the extreme sensitivity to rejection found in avoidant personality disorder, or the intense emotional instability in borderline personality disorder, these conditions pose significant challenges to those who live with them. We also delved into narcissistic, obsessive-compulsive, paranoid, schizoid, and schizotypal personality disorders. Whether it's the excessive preoccupation with orderliness and perfection in obsessive-compulsive personality disorder, or the pervasive distrust and suspiciousness of paranoid personality disorder, it's clear that these conditions can deeply impact a person's life. But let's not forget, having a personality disorder doesn't define a person. It's just one aspect of their life. And with understanding, support, and appropriate treatment, individuals with these disorders can lead fulfilling lives. It's crucial for us all to remember that these are not just abstract concepts. They represent the lived experiences of real people. When we label someone with a personality disorder, we are not just categorizing them. We are recognizing a pattern of experiences that can be deeply challenging. And that's why understanding these disorders is so important. By increasing our knowledge, we can foster empathy, reduce stigma, and better support those who are on these often difficult journeys. We can help create a world where everyone, regardless of their mental health condition, feels understood, supported, and valued. Remember, awareness and understanding are the first steps to supporting those living with personality disorders. We've reached the end of our exploration of personality disorders for today. We've journeyed through the complexities of 10 different personality disorders, each unique in its presentation and impact on individuals' lives. But remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to learn, understand, and explore. In this series, we'll continue to delve deeper, shedding light on the less understood aspects of these disorders, their treatments, and how we can support those affected. So I encourage you to stay tuned for more enlightening discussions. And if you feel inclined, please share your thoughts or experiences in the comments section. Your perspective can add a new dimension to this conversation, enhancing our collective understanding. Sharing can also be therapeutic, and you never know who might benefit from your insights or feel less alone in their journey. Thank you for watching, and remember, your understanding can make a world of difference to someone living with a personality disorder. Like and subscribe to join us on a journey of discovery as we seek to understand the fundamental aspects of human behavior, emotions, cognition, and relationships. Stay curious, and until next time.